Well, Bay County leaders are working to bring home a slew of potential projects. The Bay Economic Development Alliance held its annual meeting today. As News Channel 7's Victoria Scott reports, officials say Bay County is gaining a competitive edge domestically and internationally.
The Bay Economic Development Alliance is continuing to grow the local job market.
We've had a great year so far. We had one major announcement, so to have an announcement of this caliber is always important because what we do is so competitive.
That announcement came to light last month. Canadian company Premier Aviation will open a maintenance, repair, and overhaul shop at Northwest Florida Beaches International Airport.
They'll be employing 250 people with a capital investment of $32.5 million being infused into the economy of our community.
It will also work closely with Haney Technical College to hire engineers and maintenance mechanics. That wasn't the only aviation company Bay EDA officials wanted to recruit.
We were very proud to be able to compete for Joby Aviation and Project Stamper. It started with over 100 communities, and we continue to make cuts.
The California-based company specializes in electric air taxis. Bay EDA officials say Joby Aviation had a $500 million capital investment, but Bay County didn't beat in Ohio.
They had two existing buildings, and we had to build them a building. So it was all speed to market. It was all how quickly they could get up and get manufacturing their aircraft.
It's all about looking ahead.
Starting Monday, we'll be traveling to Amsterdam for the Maintenance, Repair, and Overhaul Europe show, where we've already got appointments set up.
In Bay County, Victoria Scott, News Channel 7.